he'll run into Eric and attempt to lure him into his truck. Eric's mom and dad are with me around the corner in the Watchmobile. They're worried that this is a trick their helpful son may fall for.
Are you ready to see how he does?
Yes, let's see.
Their eyes are glued to our hidden camera monitors as Eric walks out onto the street and sees our actor.
Hey, what's up, man? John, remember me?
Yeah.
As our actor draws Eric in, his parents are holding their breath.
I'm finishing up some work. Actually, do you mind helping me out with this real quick?
No problem, I'll help.
Now, as their son steps toward that open door,
Can you just go in the middle and I'm gonna hand this to you?
his parents aren't surprised he agreed to help, but pray he'll know better than to get in the truck.
So you just wanna grab?
Oh, he's a goner.
Got him right in there.
All right, so just grab that. Okay.
Our actor shuts the door and drives off with Eric in the truck.
We just lost our son.
What were you feeling in that moment when that door closed?
That was the killer moment, because as long as the door was open, could go either way. Once the door is closed, he's gone.
Come on out.
His stunned parents go outside to meet Eric. Our actor only drove around the corner and dropped him off at the Watchmobile.
What's up, Eric? You're actually here for a show called My Kid Would Never Do That. What were you feeling? What were you thinking when he was asking you for help?
I was like, oh, well, I know him, I guess. I guess I could help him with a favor.
Did you really know him? Not really,
Not
right?
entirely, but, you know.
Eric says his parents always taught him to be polite to others.
You know, we just kind of trained you as growing up to be helpful. But it's this gray area in the middle where we got in trouble because it was like, once you got in the car, it could be over, just like that.
Our expert says that gray area involving people we're familiar with is the hardest.
So what do we tell our kids when even we as parents are letting these people into our homes who we don't really know that much about?
Asking a kid for help is one of the oldest tricks in the book because predators know we're teaching our kids to be nice. What we really need to do is teach kids that safe adults don't ask kids for help.
Eric had to make a quick decision all by himself on the street. So we wondered, would kids feel stronger and be more likely to do the right thing when they're not alone? For our next test, we have two brothers. Their parents say 13-year-old Uday is the responsible one, who always follows directions.
He's the protector. He likes to watch over his brother.
But they worry about 11-year-old Suraj, the family rebel, who likes to break the rules and do things his way.
Do you feel like you talked to him about the issue of stranger danger?
We actually talked to them. They're not even supposed to get into our friends' cars. They're supposed to call us first.
So the rule is always call you first?
Yes.
Once again, we sent our actor, playing John the contractor, to their house a few days earlier.
Joe, nice to meet you.
Hello.
What do you guys like to do for fun?
Like soccer.
Soccer in the park?
The minute he said that he played soccer, Suraj was all glued, like that was his best friend.
They fear that may cloud their boy's judgment when John tries to get them in his truck.
Do you think my kids would never do that?
No, sure.
All right, let's find out.
We're watching as the boys head out onto the street for a short walk home and run right into John the contractor.
Oh, what's up, guys? How are you? You're the one who plays soccer, right?
Yeah.
And their parents are on pins and needles as John reels them in.
Hey, can one of you jump in there to help me put this in?
The boys step closer. Their parents hope they remember the rules and call them first before ever getting in. Then Suraj, the family rule breaker, does something terrifying.
Shut the door.
Wow.
But his older brother, the responsible one, holds back, keeping one foot on the sidewalk.
So Uday is not feeling so good about this.
Their parents are relieved when Suraj hops out of the truck. They want their boys to walk away.
So just hop in here, shut the door, and I'm gonna go right there.
But instead, their parents watch in horror as the truck pulls away.
Dolly, what are you feeling right now?
that somebody could have just taken my son.
Yeah, it's hard. Believe me, I've been there. I've been in your shoes, and I know it's an eye-opening moment when you see that door shut on your kid.
Yeah.
You say, my kid would never do that.
Yeah.
You got into a stranger's car, Suraj, and closed the door. You don't know him, right?
You just met John for 1 minute.
What if he just took you? What if it was somebody else and just took you?
Uday says he knew this was dangerous and tried to snap a photo of the truck's license plate.
Well, you had good instincts.
Yeah.
Is there something you could have done to have been more persuasive with your brother?
I could have just grabbed him and walked away. I'm like, no, we gotta go.
Do you feel like you learned something really important here today?
Yeah.
Are you glad you did this?
Yeah, I'm really glad I did this.
There you go.
As we've seen, even parents trying their best have a tough time getting the message across to their kids. But what about a parent who knows the dangers of predators firsthand?
She knows that I was in a bad situation.
Will her daughter be the first kid we meet
Hey,
to know exactly what to do?
you want to ride?
All the parents we've met want to keep their kids safe from predators, but 12-year-old Sophie's mom has a personal reason.
She knows that I was in a bad situation because I went into a stranger's home.
How old were you then when that happened?
I was seven.
Sophie's mom says when she was a child, a neighbor lured her into his house and sexually assaulted her. She shared some of it with her daughter, just enough, she hopes, to keep her safe and alert.
What have you told her?
Just be aware of your surroundings. Don't make yourself a target. If you don't put yourself in a situation, they're not gonna pick on you.
She says she trusts Sophie's instincts and has started letting her walk to places alone.
She's independent?
She's independent. She wants to do everything herself. You know, one of those kind of, oh no, I'll do it.
But did Sophie's mom do enough to prepare her for this test? Remember, most predators aren't strangers, but people who kids have met before.
John, nice to meet you.
Earlier in the week, John the contractor dropped by their house and talked to Sophie about paint colors for her room. Now, a few days later, as John waits to run into Sophie on the sidewalk, her mom is around the corner with me in the Watchmobile.
What do you think she'll do?
So politely decline.
Let's see if your kid would never do that.
Okay.
As Sophie steps out onto the sidewalk, John is right there to strike up a conversation.
Hey. What's up? This is actually the paint for your room.
He's good.
Our actor has Sophie drawn in and keeps her talking. Now he's going to try to get her in the vehicle.
You want me to put this in the back truck here? Can you grab that one for me?
She's getting right by the truck.
Do you mind hopping in there so we can get it all the way in the back? I'll hand it to you. You just want to jump on in there? Sorry, here, I'll help you out.
Moment of truth.
It looks like Sophie's about to get in.
Here, I'll help you out.
But then she refuses. Her mom is overjoyed. As Sophie turns to leave, our actor tries again.
Where are you heading now?
Just to some friend's house.
Oh yeah? You want on a ride?
That's all right.
Sophie refuses again and makes up an easy excuse to turn down a ride.
My furthest lives down the street. I'll live down.
Okay. Have a great day.
How are you feeling?
Good.
It's an emotional moment. Now time to meet Sophie. Our producer has her waiting around the corner.
This is a show called My Kid Would Never Do That. So, how did you feel when John the contractor, who really is an actor, was asking you to help him?
I didn't really know him that well, and thinking he could push me in, I kind of had to like cut him off and just leave.
Just like her mom taught her.
And now I feel a little safer. I feel a little better when you're out and about and not so worried.
So what your mom has told you maybe made a difference?
She was tricked into going into someone's house, and she couldn't get out.
Does that always stay with you now? Is that in the back of your mind? Like, were you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Come on in, Mom. Let's do a group hug.
Our expert says Sophie's victory is a lesson for all families.
Sophie's mom gave her just enough information so that Sophie knew the world isn't terrible and bad, but we're going to give you the tools so you can be out there.
And Sophie also had a good excuse, like on the ready.
You want him a ride?
Sorry, my friend just lives down the street.
What I like to tell kids is don't get into a long conversation. All you have to do is, sorry, dude, can't. And then get out of there.
Sophie followed her instincts when approached by an adult she had met before.
We're ready to go.
But we wanted to go back to a subject parents still worry about: complete strangers with lures kids find hard to resist. In the past, we've tested young kids with an ice cream truck. Now we wanted to target older but still vulnerable kids, teens and tweens.
The predators are getting more savvy to keep up with the kids, right?
They might be slimy, but they're smart and they know. I'm going to talk like a kid. I'm going to know what the kids like.
And because so many kids like video games, we decided to rent a mobile video game truck to see if anyone would follow a complete stranger inside. You may have seen gaming trucks like this at parties where the activities are supervised and run by reputable business people who would never consider luring or harming a child. We're not talking about that. We're looking at how kids respond to strangers. And while abductions by strangers are rare, when they happen, our expert says it's older kids who make the perfect victims.
They're more vulnerable because they feel more invincible. We stop talking about safety.
And predators know they can be easier targets.
Yeah.
Now that my son Josh is a little older, I'll be testing him again. And I hope he's learned his lesson. This time, will he or any of our kids be able to say no? Now we've rented a video game truck to find out if kids will follow a complete stranger inside. 12-year-old Zach and his 9-year-old twin brothers, Ben and Josh, love video games.
What I need you to do.
But their mom, a parenting blogger, has sent Zach to a special safety class where he learned about predators and how to avoid them.
We went through that whole training and you talked to them over and over and over.
She hopes Zach will do the right thing and stop his brothers from falling for this trap.
They follow their big brother's lead, for sure. They look up to him.
For our test, we've invited the kids to this outdoor studio where they think they're participating in a story about first aid.
So this is how this is gonna go.
They'll be making safety kits. No idea that their mom is with me, watching it all on hidden cameras.
I'm nervous to see what happens. You know, it's one thing to know it, and it's another thing to actually act on it.
Video game truck pulls up. What are you thinking? Do they get in?
I think that they're going to be a little hesitant.
Okay, here we go.
Thanks, guys.
Our producer leaves the boys alone, and that's when the video game truck pulls up with our actor operating it.
Hey, guys. What's going on? Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. Do you guys like video games? Yeah?
Uh-oh.
The twins seem excited.
They're like, oh.
And their mom is on the edge of her seat.
There's 4 TVs with an Xbox, Wii, and PlayStation.
Now watch Zach.
You guys want to come check out the trailer?
He's about to make a decision.
Here, we're gonna go inside to get my mom, okay?
What?
Oh, here, come on guys, let's go.
Zach wants to get help and find an adult.
Smart kid. Immediately sensed danger.
The twins hesitate.
Check this
Guys,
out.
come on.
Look at this, man.
Wait, Zach.
But Zach is
More
firm.
punches, ready?
Ben and Josh, come on. Wait on.
They run inside where our producer meets them.
There's some guy outside. Who wants us to do?
That's really impressive. Zach, he immediately...
Right away said,
he knew.
Come on, guys.
Time to go tell Zach how proud his mother is.
Your brothers are lucky to have such a great big brother. They really are.
You are. You're a
Such
great,
a
big
great
brother.
big brother. When the guy pulled up, what was it that made you think that this might be a dangerous situation?
My mom and dad always talk to me about strangers coming up to me and saying, help me find my dog or help me with something.
You're our hero today.
Yes, you are.
You're the hero of the day. All right.
Woo!
Safety expert Patty Fitzgerald says Zach is an example for all kids. Don't be embarrassed to say no to strangers.
I tell kids, be a big mouth kid. It is okay to yell, to scream, to say, whoa, stop.
We're ready to try this again.
Are you still a Boy Scout?
Yes.
Next up is 14-year-old Jason.
So do as best as you can.
His parents say as a Boy Scout, Jason's a stickler for safety.
He is pretty cautious, like I make him put the alarm on if he's alone. He knows not to answer the door. He knows not to talk to strangers.
And though he loves video games, they predict he'll never fall for this lure.
I don't think he'd go in.
So you're saying my kid would never do that?
That's what I'm saying.
I would be very surprised. Very surprised.
How you doing?
Good.
As our actor starts setting up, Jason seems wary.
You like video games?
Sort of.
Sorta?
Not too great at video games.
You're not too good at it?
Don't play much.
But Jason really loves video games. Seems like he knows this is a bad situation. But then...
You like Minecraft?
Yeah, I play Minecraft.
And we got the strobe lights. Can you see him from outside?
Not from outside.
Remember, Jason's parents are sure he won't get in.
Check this out. Come on, let me show you something. Watch this. If you get them all set up, the lights start changing.
What are you thinking right now?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Then it gets worse.
Close the door on him. What are you feeling right now?
I'm pretty blown away. Very surprised.
There's Jason playing games inside a dark trailer with a man he's never met. 1 minute goes by, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes. Jason's in there so long, it gets dark outside.
This is scary. Very surprising.
Very surprising.
Come over here.
We finally instruct our actor to bring Jason to the Watchmobile, where we tell him what's really going on.
Hi.
I'm Natalie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you taking a look around and kind of wondering what's going on? The whole idea was your parents wanted to see how you would do in a situation where you'd be tempted by a stranger. Do you guys want to talk to your son?
Dude, you just got kidnapped. I never thought you'd get in there.
You just went off with a stranger into an unsecured environment.
That truck could have been driven off. I don't know that you
You
would
have
even
no
noticed.
idea how scary that is to us.
What was it about him that made you think you could trust him?
It was that he didn't really show any real signs of trying to kidnap me or anything.
But that's how predators work.
Right.
This whole thing is going to help other children and other families. That's the whole point of this.
Right.
All these parents hope the kids we've tested will be stronger now and better able to handle tricky situations. And it's a personal matter for this mom, too. We have one more test, and this time the nervous parent in the Watchmobile is me. Inside our Watchmobile, I've been sitting with nervous parents.
My heart's pounding.
As we've tested their kids in tricky situations with adults.
Oh yeah? You want to ride? I'm actually gonna...
As a mom, I felt their triumphs, as well as their pain.
Oh my gosh, I'm in shock.
And now it's my turn in the hot seat. I'm getting ready to find out if my son will fall for the video game lure.
Oh, here they are.
I've been through this before. When my son Josh was 8, we tested him and his friends Malcolm and Hudson to find out what they do when approached by a man in an ice cream truck. The other moms, my friends, predicted my son would do the right thing.
I have to say, I do think Josh will be the one with the voice of reason.
You think so? Oh my God, I hope you're right.
That's the ice cream truck! Ice cream!
We were watching as the ice cream truck pulled up.
What are you guys doing? Do you guys want some ice cream?
Their moms and I were balls of nerves.
You guys ever been in an ice cream truck?
No!
No?
I wanna go in!
Come on, guys.
We were shocked as Hudson, then Malcolm, climbed into the truck.
Oh, you want to climb?
Was that Hudson asking? Oh, this is cool.
Right?
Yeah.
My son hung back,
Is this really the ice cream truck?
Yeah.
but then he couldn't resist.
My God, I feel like I'm like partly almost crying, but at the same time, I can't believe that.
All right, you got it, buddy.
Thanks.
It's hard. He could have slammed those doors right now.
Yeah, and just driven off.
Once off the truck,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Josh seemed to know they did something wrong.
Guys, you know what? I didn't trust that man. How come? Because my dad told me that, do you know what? That could have been a stranger trying to get you in and trying to kidnap you. Hey, look, we got ice cream.
Then I came outside and told them what was up.
Come in the tent, because I want to talk to you in here. This is all part of a test to see how you guys would react if a stranger came up to you.
Really?
Okay? Your moms and I were in the back room watching you.
Oh, come on.
And what we saw made us very scared, okay? What you did today could have been the difference. It could have been somebody taking off with you in the truck, and you said that. But you got on that truck. Why? Why did you get on the truck?
Sorry, Mommy.
No, I know, sweetie. I know you're sorry, but you understand what we're doing here, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Now, 3 years later, I wonder if Josh still remembers what he learned. Grill Master. This time he's in middle school, and I've given him more freedom than ever before. And like many kids his age, he loves video games. So what would he do if a stranger asked him to get inside this van? To find out, we've moved our test from Southern California to my neighborhood in New Jersey. This actor will run into my son and his friend Hudson on the street and try to draw them in. The boys have no idea Hudson's mom and I will be watching down the block.
So we did this once before.
Yes.
It did not go so well.
No, it didn't.
No.
I'm extremely nervous. I'm really
Yeah.
worried about what's going to happen. How are you feeling?
I'm very nervous. As a mom, I feel like I've said all the right things. I've talked to them over and over, but they're so curious. That may be enough to make them not do the right thing. So, here we go.
Good luck.
As our actor waits, we've arranged for Josh and Hudson to run an errand on a street they're allowed to walk down alone.
Wow, it's nerve-wracking.
As they approached our van,
Come on, Huddy.
Come on, Josh, you got this.
our actor makes his move.
What's up, dudes?
Here we go, Natalie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice kick, man. What do you play, soccer or something?
Just keep walking, boys.
Get away from him.
Yo, you see this thing, man?
The boys see the video games and hesitate.
Don't stop and talk, Josh.
Come on, go, boys, go.
But then,
You guys want to check this out? No?
No.
Oh,
No.
Natalie.
and with that, they walk away.
No?
I am so relieved. I am so happy. Thank you.
Now we know that everything we've taught them, they're listening.
But I'm so proud of them.
We go outside and tell them what's going on.
Come on over. Did you guys even think to go in at all? Or?
No, we just ran.
Were you scared at all? No.
Well, we were a little freaked out.
Yeah, me and Josh were like, we have to avoid this truck.
Hudson says he thought the white van looked suspicious and wanted to call the police.
You should always be concerned. And especially your age, because you guys think you're so invincible and you think you can conquer the world, but you're most vulnerable. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
For all you parents, you don't have to be on My Kid Would Never Do That to get the message across. Our expert says instead of just talking about safety, role play with your kids and have them act out what they do in these situations.
And teach them what to do when somebody approaches you with something interesting, even if that's somebody that you know. What's your game plan? What's your exit strategy? So rather than just drop the kid in the deep end of the pool, you got to teach them how to swim first.
I know you have some personal experience with stranger danger. It's traumatic and maybe a little bit hard to talk about.
This was in early 70s, a long time ago, and we had to sell cookies and candy to raise money for school. And my mom was busy with my brother, and she said, okay, go up and down our side of the block. And I knew that there was a woman and her son that lived next door, but I didn't know them. And when we went to that house, and I was with two friends, he wanted us to come in and show us a surprise. And I was really hesitant and didn't want to go in, but my two friends went in, and then he kind of pulled me by the arm in and shut the door.
He assaulted you?
Yeah.
How old were you then when that happened?
I was seven. And it turns out, he was 24 at the time, but had the mind of a 13-year-old.
When you got home, did you tell your mom what happened?
I went running in the house, and my mom was on the phone, and I've told you so many times not to interrupt me when I'm on the phone. So I just we went up to my room. I just started brushing my teeth and washing my face. It was all I could do. I just was in the bathroom. I just kept brushing my teeth, and then she came in, and then my friends, we all told her kind of what happened, and she just,
And it happened in that neighborhood before?
It ended up, we went to court, and he had molested other girls in the neighborhood. And I testified at his trial. But I think what upset me was, as an adult, what upsets me is that if one of the other parents had pressed charges against him, it would have happened to me.
How much do you think about that still?
As a parent, it comes up, daily. It comes up all the time. What I got out of the whole experience was that I'm a strong person.
So how important, given what you've been through, is this lesson for Sophie today?
That's why we're doing it. It's super important. It's for her. I feel like it's an easy way for her to learn a lesson. For me, if she makes the choice that I would want her to make, I, as a parent, feel more comfortable giving her a bit more freedom.